Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and put my stockings down. And all that jazz.
Da, 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 start the car. La, 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 got a piano spot. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe we haven't gotten that call for Broadway just yet. I can't believe
Do you know the game Sing for Real?
No.
So it's like we joke sing, right? Like we are, I mean, it's all very, very serious.
Excuse me.
But if somebody said, no, for real, sing all that jazz.
Okay.
For real.
Okay. Well, I just want to tell you something that sometimes I try really hard to sing and it sounds absolutely horrible. And then sometimes I try to sing and it's like not going to kill somebody's ears.
Does everybody know the Frozen story?
Do you want me to retell it real quick?
Just a brief one.
This is a real brief. When my children were younger, Frozen had come out. So James was definitely in a diaper. William was a toddler.
Yeah.
And we would watch Frozen all the time. We loved it. And we would sing along often. And one time, my oldest son, William, and I, we were in my bedroom of our old house, and Frozen was on, and Let It Go came on.
Big number.
And so I hit it the same way Elsa would. I mean, I went ballistic.
Move over, Kristen Bell.
Yeah. I undid that braid, and my sweatsuit turned into a cape.
Cold never bothered you anyway.
Yeah. And I let it rip. And at the end, I was like, darn it, that was good. And just naturally, out of pure success and excitement over what I had just accomplished alone in my room with my son, Will. Yeah. At the very end, how does it? Cold doesn't bother me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. I was filled with the spirit and the joy of Idina Menzel.
Oh, that's right. It was Adele Dazeem singing that. That's right. I forgot about that.
You know, of a standing ovation live on stage.
Little did you know, though.
And after I got done, and I was just so thrilled, I was looking at my son like he must be floored that his mom is not only kind, but talented. And just a few seconds later, my husband slowly rounds the corner from the hallway, and he has his phone in his hand. And he says to me, and he's never struggled with being honest, he says, I need you to hear what the rest of us hear.
He was recording the whole thing.
He recorded the entire thing in secrecy without my acknowledgement or approval.
That's right. FBI. Yep. Somebody called the police.
He recorded it in the hallway. And then when he played it back for me, I can't begin to tell you how shocked I was.
That's not what you hear.
No. It was so awful. I thought for sure he had been recording another woman. But no, it was me. And since then, I've been timid about really letting it rip.
But here's what I think. We just had a conversation about this. A friend of mine is not a great dancer, but she has so much fun. And so the conversation came up, and I said, wait a minute. I have a lot of fun too. Am I a terrible dancer? And I said, wait a minute. Stop. Don't answer. Yeah. I don't want to know.
No.
I don't want to know because I'm having such a real fun time.
But oftentimes when people are dancing, it doesn't hurt somebody else's senses. Like when I am singing, according to my husband, my children, and others, it literally hurts their sense of hearing.
Hurts their heart.
It hurts. And yes.
And their soul.
And their emotional health goes down. But you know, listen, it's part of my delusional confidence.
Yes.
And now I just notice sing alone or to not go that hard.
And I just, as long as I have a little bit of, I was just joking. I was just kidding.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But you have a good voice, Rebecca, and you know it and I know it. And I don't lie to you.
I don't know. Would I lie to you?
She's got a good voice. Anyway, welcome into So Happy You're Here podcast.
Hi, guys.
That's Becky, the people's princess. Everybody's favorite, including my best friend.
Apparently I have competition.
Why?
There's a lot of princessing going on.
Oh, gosh. My name's Erin. Hi. I'm just happen to be here. According to my best girlfriends. I'm the other half of this, guys. Okay? Anyway, we started So Happy You're Here podcast as an extension of a conversation to a 10 plus year career in home shopping, a Saturday morning show that had just the coolest chicks in the entire world who would visit with us every Saturday morning. All of you. And we took it from the studio to the podcast.
Yeah, from the window to the wall.
Yeah. To the sweat, drop them down, Mom. Those big, see, just growl. Oh, those. And it sounds good. Anyway, so we truly are so happy you're here. And a big shout out to a few of my friends from our hometown have been moving kids into colleges and what have you. And one of my dear friends, Elizabeth, sent me a note yesterday. It was so sweet. She said, I had to drive back alone from dropping the girls off. She has 2 girls at the same college.
Yeah.
And she said, you guys kept me company the entire way.
I love it.
So thank you so much for visiting with us. And that's exactly what this is, just a visit. You know, when you talk on the phone with your girlfriends and you get off an hour later and you're not quite sure what you discussed, but it was good and you feel better.
That's right.
That's exactly what this is.
It's so good.
So we have a great guest coming up.
Well, and by customer demand, my goodness gracious. I can't tell you, if I had $1 for every email we got, I think I'd have $6-7.
At least.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Yes.
Hannah Timm, everybody. If you haven't met her or known her before, we actually got to know her in this is how I know I love her. We met her in the horrific downfall of our former network. They moved her in.
Are we going to bring this up?
What?
I really think we should talk about this.
Yeah, we haven't interviewed her
Promises.
A lot of times we do our intro after the interview. We haven't interviewed her yet.
Yeah.
And it's coming up in just a little bit after this. But she was promised the world to leave her career down in Texas, I believe at Chef LC, to come up to our network in Minnesota. And at the time, the woman who was overseeing everything we all really trusted and we have great respect for and had a great vision for how to build the company back and how to move forward. And that was her last great decision, was moving Hannah and getting Hannah here. And then right after Hannah got here, the powers above said woman let her go, and a lot of other really great leadership.
She asked, double dog dare, cross your heart,
I'm good to move here. And then, but this is how I knew Hannah was amazing, because she moved here right at this downfall of like some pretty tumultuous leadership and decision making.
Yeah.
And she was nothing but a bright light and such a good friend.
Class act.
Instantly became so close with so many of us. So since the shutdown of, our former network, she actually left when I decided to leave and when Becky decided to leave. She just has the coolest
She's a cool chick.
From stage, pageants, singing, cruise ships. There is not a place she hasn't performed.
Yeah.
There is not a talent she doesn't have.
Right.
And Becky goes, do you think it makes her ears bleed when we sing?
I'm going to ask her.
Yeah.
She's a professional singer. And I mean professional.
Yes. And then her sister is a host at HSN.
Oh, that's right.
They've both been guests, I think, at every network.
Yeah.
So she has an incredible background in performance and entertainment, and still does. And then also a rich history in home shopping. So we're going to get into that interview in just a little bit.
Cannot wait.
But before we do that, we do need to catch up on all the things us girls need to talk about.
Yes.
And I am shocked to hear that when Rebecca walked in and I immediately said, Megan and Harry are moving back to the UK, she didn't know.
Didn't know.
Where have you been?
No, honestly.
What have you been doing?
Well, we've had a nice, fun weekend. I don't think I was really like locked into my stories.
I'm still disassociating
my information
that I only have one 2-legged child at home. So my doom scrolling is at an all important. The other night I was texting with a mom at 2 a.m. A mom and I, we've been become a little bit closer since our children have gone to school together.
Yeah.
And so we keep each other as updated as possible.
Yes.
And I was really excited to see that she responded to something at 2 a.m. to me. And I'm like, so you're a night owl too? She's like, well, yeah. And it's even worse right now. So I've been doom scrolling even worse. And you guys, Megan and Harry are moving back to the UK.
How is this being positioned?
Well, do you want me to answer questions first, or do you want to give me your initial gut feeling?
They're broke as a joke, and they have to go back and try to get back on the teat.
That's your feeling? Okay.
The royal teat. I think this has been an epic failure. Whatever businesses she has tried to launch, she is just supremely unlikable. She should be an actor and not play herself.
Okay.
She should play someone else.
Okay.
And I think it's time for healing with a sick dad. The brothers have not been good for a long, long time. Mm-mm. And I think most people blame her.
Okay. You know what's really funny is in Becky and I's relationship, she always tells me, this is her polite way of saying that I judge quickly. She always tells me that I have great discernment.
Yes.
And that I can figure people out really quick. And then it will take this bum like 6-12 months to catch on.
I'll try. I'll be like, well, what about?
She'll like fight me the whole way on it. And I'm like, no, seriously, that person is not nice. Okay.
She sees it. She sees it quick.
The only person in the world that hasn't happened with us is Meghan Markle, because you've had your finger on her. Does that sound weird? You've
been fingering her for a long time.
Was she the one at Ciao Bella when you and Phil were propositioning people with old Playboys?
Upside down.
It's so weird.
Pineapples.
you have had, you pegged her. Well, okay, so that sounds bad. Becky has not been doing sodomistic things.
Neither pegging nor
Sorry, Hannah, please still interview with us. If anyone wants to skip to Hannah's interview, I get it. Go.
You know, we give our guests the opportunity to cut out certain parts. She's going to cut the open.
She's going to be like, if you would please just not speak without me. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Becky has known from the get-go.
She's a grifter.
Yes, and I stood up for her for years.
Yes.
I stood up for her for years.
Oh, I wanted her to do well.
And I even said, remember, this was probably a few months ago here on this podcast, I said, you guys, think about it this way. Maybe Megan recognized once the Prince Andrew thing came up with all the Epstein files, that and we're here to laugh,
darker
not cry,
than we
so
thought.
We don't bring it up.
Yes.
So I'm like, maybe she recognized, like, oh my gosh, it is really dark. It is really scary. These elites really are drinking baby's blood and doing crazy things. And so she took the fall.
She was the savior.
The asshole and said, I don't care what it takes. I just have to get my husband and kids out of here. I even gave her that. Okay?
That's actually the most graceful way out, I think, for her.
Like, what if she really was like a martyr for Harry and was like, listen, I see how dark this is. There's no way of escaping it. I'm just going to pretend to be the asshole and get them out.
Yep.
So I even gave her that. Okay.
It'll be like The Sound of Music when they escaped to the But see, now if you go, see, you're just like, haha, I'm just kidding. Mother Superior.
Anyway. So what if that happened? I gave that all to her and I tried not to put down her jam or her weird flower sprinkles. Never said a mean word about that really boring reality show. But Megan.
Now you've pushed her too far.
Going back to the UK and saying you're going to go back there. It sounds like the kids, Archie and Lilibet, are already enrolled in British school.
Whoa.
Here's the facts that I'm going to give you. And the facts are coming in quotes because it's all headlines and hearsay that I see in my doom scrolling around 2 a.m., which is typically about a glass and a half of Sauv Blanc and 30 to 40 minutes of crying because I miss Will.
There's no fact checking. This is not the New York Times.
I've got a blurry brain, so just chill, okay? So it sounds like they surprised even the royal family and said they were moving back to the UK. They are going to stay, and I'm going to get this wrong in the word, but maybe you know it, Cotswolds.
Yeah, the Cotswolds.
Cotswolds.
Yeah. Is that, okay, now wait, because security was always part of it. Are they going in a professional?
I'll take you there.
All right.
They're going to stay in the Cotswolds, which already people are like, that's like where Kate Moss has her country home. I mean,
you don't actually live in the Cotswolds. You summer there, or you have
no, you could live there, but are they going to be well received? You know, because it's supposed to be kind of this private retreat, and most celebrities that I think I have observed, it's my observation, don't want anything to do with Meghan and Harry anymore. No. So are they going to be well received when they get to the Cotswolds?
Oh, and like paparazzi, they don't want to have all of that circus around them.
No, maybe, but who cares about them anymore? I don't think the paparazzi is following them around. No. So anyway, then the kids are going to go to boarding school, and the rumor is, but there's been no confirmation of this, is that the royal family, they're not going to have anything to do with each other.
So they're still on the outs. They're just going to live there.
Yeah, they're not going to have any royal duties, and then they're not going to live in any royal home. They will live in a
this
regular
is their own
pedestrian home.
Oh, they're doing this.
And so there is no security coming from the UK government or from the royal family.
That's
so
good.
The question
People would lose their minds.
The question is, are they going to get their own security? So now that we all know, I tried to back her for 6 years.
Oh, here it is.
Now that we all know, I
official
fought
statement.
some of my best friends about her.
It's over.
It's time for some hard truths. Okay, these are hard truths,
Megs.
And since we're friends, and this is what I would do for all of you,
You held her hand last time. You gave her some.
I would give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Okay, but nobody's following you around anymore. The paparazzi are not stalking you guys. They're not. Yes, Harry was incredibly, incredibly popular. He was at one time the #1 royal. but people are sick of you guys.
Yeah.
And I say that actually with love. Like, I want you to understand people are not desperate to know what's the next thing you guys are going to do. So you are going to be able to live a pretty private life, now, in my opinion.
Will you help me with succession? Because, okay, so Big Brother is going to be the king. Those kids are not kidnappable. I mean, I'm just saying, what about those babies?
Kids are kidnappable for sure.
But there's probably not a lot of money. And they fall into the succession line, don't they?
They do, yeah. So it would go William and then George, and then George's sister Charlotte, and then their youngest Louis, funny face Louis. He's my fave.
I like that.
He's got spice. Then after Louis, it would go, to the best of my knowledge, Harry, then Archie, then Lilibet.
Okay.
Megan, you're not part of the succession either. Okay.
No.
Anyway, I'm not saying there's not people who are interested in them. I'm not saying that, of course, there's not a risk that their children could be kidnapped, but they don't need, nobody's trying to kill you. Like, I think they thought they needed so much security because they thought they were going to be killed. I think nobody's going to try to kill you.
Because she felt threatened by the firm?
I think, no, just, I know at first I think they thought like the paparazzi is often to blame for Diana's untimely death.
Oh, the chasing.
But like, they're not going to be chasing you around. And if they are, you're on a country road, just go home, and like chill out.
And you know what? All her business failings here in the US, it's time for him to do his Invictus games. It's time for him to go home. He's probably got more popularity there than she does here. I think they will do better business-wise there too.
Well, okay.
Let
that's
him
the other
lead.
thing. I hate that you called it failure.
Well, now should I say failure? I should.
Now you're trying to be nice to her because I'm nice to her, but you've never liked her, so you can call it failure. And that's fine because they have all failed.
Nothing has gone.
Nothing has gone.
Great.
But like when you have the platform to have $100 million Netflix or $20 million Netflix partnership, $100 million Spotify partnership, you're making jam and selling things and candles and nothing works. I'm happy that I hope she's recognizing, the star power really is Harry.
Yes.
And it was simply because he was born into this family.
And he was charming. He was the Louis of that family.
Yeah, he was funny face Louis.
The funny guy.
Now listen, I am not saying, because some people get hard on us, like we don't know the ins and outs and we don't know what's really happening. You're right, we don't. But from our perspective, like he was born into one of the richest families in the world.
Yeah.
Working royals mean attending things, shaking hands, smiling,
bringing joy,
being escorted around,
going to Wimbledon.
And I have this feeling now, and I just have to admit that Becky was right. I feel like Megan wanted to be the star. And I feel bad, but I think she's finally recognizing, and I'm happy she's recognizing she's not the star in this relationship.
You know what she can do, Megs? You can go be the Kris Jenner of your crew, and you can be behind the scenes, and you trot them out, and you be so proud of them and let them shine.
But Megs, you knew what you were marrying into.
I know.
You knew you were marrying into a controversial, one of the last royal families that is part of a still democracy, right? Because is the UK? No.
Yeah, because they have parliament. I think they're more figureheads than they are. They're not rulers.
Megan, you knew that London was cloudy and rainy, okay? You knew that you were going to have to don't complain, don't explain.
Yes.
Like, at what point did you not know that?
You have to wear hosiery.
Yes. And it's time for you to let Harry shine.
Yes.
Take a back burner, raise those babies. I'm almost feeling cringy for her.
You know what's interesting about that? I just have a friend who decided her husband is from Mexico and she is leaving Minnesota and moving to Mexico. And they, for a time, have been in places he has been in her life. Mm-hmm. Her kids are here. Of course, if she's a grandma, they'll be back in a heartbeat. But for right now, they're going to go be with his family. And I was like, sometimes it's just seasons like that. You're just going to hand the baton over. Now it's his turn. Mm-hmm. You get to go be in his family. I think that's totally fair. And maybe they'll come back and give it another go here. But I like that. I like giving him his... Because really, in the time they were married, how long were they actually in the UK? Not very long.
Okay. So also, this is where I'm starting to feel cringy.
What?
So in 2020, if you remember, there was a global pandemic. Some now would say it was made up. But we're not here to talk about that. Okay. Too many strong feelings on either side.
On the advice of my counsel.
The two of us plead the fifth just because we're afraid of all of you. Anyway. Oh, there's a turkey outside. See, they follow me. Anyway. In 2020 is when they escaped.
Oh.
And they moved. Remember, they went to Canada.
That's right.
And then remember, I just think in 2020, none of us were in our right minds. Like we all had some sort of,
I'd give her a pass for that.
Well, but all of us too, I think we're not observing on a normal level. Like I think we were all getting brainwashed into like some sort of weird, like the ethos that doesn't even exist.
Well, Big Sourdough had us in its grips.
We were riveted
real-
by the Tiger King. And now when I look back on that, I think, what was wrong with us? Like I was watching that man raise a tiger and go to jail.
But that's because Netflix was running out of programming.
No, I mean, it was a wild time for all of us. We were doing crazy stuff.
It's true.
And I mean, John and I started happy hour every day at 2, except for the days I had to work, because at that time our leadership said, what are you so afraid of? You're an essential worker.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in.
Here's your little badge that says, and bear in mind, essential workers are first responders,
Grocery workers.
healthcare.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not ladies hocking a steamer. Nobody needed to steam their clothes during COVID. But anyway, in 2020, Meghan and Harry, I believe, and totally fact check me because it's all headlines in here say, they had made their way to that private place in Canada. And then they took that private plane down to Montecito. And this is again where I'm starting now in hindsight being 2020. And the year of 2020 made us all a little crazy.
Right.
At the time, I'm like, I hope they get there safe. Oh, watch over them. Poor Harry, he's Elvis's mother, and Meghan. She's just a woman in love, trying to make things.
And
they've
done her so wrong.
Oh, they've been done dirty. She had to wear a pantyhose. Okay. So in my mind at that time, I'm not thinking anything of it. But now in hindsight, they were recording themselves on their phone in a private jet with her mother, the two of them, their dog and their son. And he's like, all right, we're on our freedom flight, on our way to freedom. And she's wearing like a black hat and like black clothes as though she's like
Carmen Sandiego.
Yes, like trying to sneak around. And like, thank God they protected her mother.
So they were trying to make a production of
and I'm like,
The Escape.
You had the wherewithal to self-record yourself in 2020 on a private jet leaving Canada for Montecito on Tyler Perry's private jet.
Tone deaf.
Uh-oh. At that time, you were trying to plan your look at us, look into my private life, look at our reality show, look at us that we're victims and heroes all at the same time.
That's right.
And so hindsight, in 2020, my mind was crazy because pandemic, little kids, insane
Just
bosses.
freak out, yeah.
Yeah. But then also when you look back on it with clear eyes, clear mind, I'm like, these two.
She had it dead wrong.
She thought because she was unhappy in the UK, and I'm not even here to say she might have not have gotten along with anybody.
Right.
Maybe she didn't get along with William and Kate. Maybe Camilla was cold to her.
Yeah.
Girl,
They're
that's part of the
British.
job.
They're British.
That's your job. Like, how would you, anybody I know, James knows that. And he's never studied the royal family. Like, how did you not know? And by the way, if they aren't warm to you, they're also your coworkers. They're not just your family, they're your coworkers. So it is not their job to baby you.
Yeah. And is it their job to assimilate to you, or is it your job to assimilate to them?
Well, and if you never do, you don't have to make it everybody's problem.
That's the thing. I just wonder if it's the Oprah effect too, that somewhere in there, the storytelling, being on Oprah, having that connection, if it was like, okay, this is the way out. This is the next avenue. We'll live by Oprah. We'll sell our story. Harry will do his book. But by the time the book came out, we knew everything.
Well, I read the book front to back so quickly, like in one day.
Yeah.
And it was an easy, good read. And I am truly interested. I don't see the need for a royal family, but I'm just fascinated by it. And the pomp and circumstance is created by themselves. Like Queen Elizabeth, I'm sure she was a wonderful woman. She did serve her country for many, many years, but like she planned her own funeral and she planned like 500 horses and like 4 days of mourning. I'm like, if I was planning my own funeral, like we touched on last week,
just a little eagle's wings
and a margarita. All right.
Oh, wait, what was your mom's song? Moni, Moni.
Moni, Moni. And that just big, on the back of my memorial thing, if my husband would still be alive, which probably won't happen, it would just say, don't let John date or remarry. And that's it. In lieu of flowers, ensure John does not date or remarry. Anyway, so Meghan, I am happy for you that hopefully you're coming to your senses and recognizing that what you married into is that Harry was the star of the royal family, whether you agree with the royal family or not.
Yeah.
That's where your money's at. That's where your jobs are at. That's what you married into. Hopefully you can calm down a little bit.
Happy you see it the way we see it.
Yes. Also, there is a rumor that he's been having an affair. I think they just brought that up. I don't think.
I knew there was the old one because there was that old girlfriend, that Chelsea or whatever her name was.
A hoot.
She was.
And then I really liked her vibe.
I know.
And then there's, and I wonder what Kate Middleton is thinking right now. Do you think she's just like, I don't even care?
And this is what I'm saying. It can be done. Clearly it can be done.
With Kate, like
she just does it so effortlessly and so beautifully and does the work. And like whether she likes it or not, you'd never know.
Prettier and prettier too.
Oh, and through a health battle? Come on.
Through a health battle. Wait, by the way, I love the way Kate has handled it.
Yes.
She's like, bloop, doesn't, because listen, when you're in a relationship, whether it's family, coworkers, neighbors, friendships, you are accidentally going to hurt each other's feelings.
Of course.
You are going to have negative feelings towards each other in some capacity. And that doesn't mean you don't respect each other or want the best for each other. So I have no doubt the two of them were at odds at different times, especially during stressful situations like getting married or baptisms or christenings or whatever.
Sprinkle cookies. We've seen it with our own stateside royalty.
Cookie is a cannoli, whatever it is. Dump them. Melissa
if they can get back together, if Teresa and
Melissa
can get back together, Kate.
Yeah. Well, I bet Kate's just going to be like, no, thank you.
She's just class.
She is really classy. I mean, it's really how we've handled our working relationships.
You guys, I have to tell, I'm going to out something about us. We had to cut out a good, I'm going to say 30 to 45 minutes of a podcast recently where we're not over it, apparently. We were talking, and we actually, maybe we'll do it
Who says I'm not over it? I was just spitting facts, babe.
Spitting fire?
I was spitting facts. So we were like 2 or 3 episodes ago, we had been talking about our former network, and we got done, and we looked at each other, and we were like,
can't use any of that.
No, let's just cut that out, because we're not here to complain.
No.
You know? Listen, maybe when we do a private live show someday, we'll just let her rip.
Save that for the Patreon.
Oh, but the situation between Meghan and Kate does sometimes remind me of some of like what happened at our old network.
Yeah,
where the I don't know how to say this.
The injustice.
Yes, sometimes the loudest who are first to say, my feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
They weren't nice to me. I didn't feel good about that. Why didn't they make me feel good?
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, and Meghan and Harry had me that way. Like, I felt so bad for them.
Yeah.
But when you really look back on it, just because they're the loudest, just because they're the first and only to complain, just because they're the ones crying out to the public, doesn't mean that the other party
is wrong.
Wasn't exactly.
I've always said that about allegations when people are innocent until they're proven guilty. And the way our society works now is because there's an allegation, it's like, well, there it is.
Right.
And then it's like because our news cycle moves so fast and because our brains move so fast, people forget, oh, nothing ever came of that, right?
Totally.
Like you completely sullied how people think of this person with a false allegation or just not thinking that there's two sides to every story.
And just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right.
So,
you know, this would happen to us at our old network. And I see it maybe with Meghan and Kate, like just because you thought she should hug you and she didn't,
it's not a diss.
Doesn't mean she's mean.
Yeah.
She just didn't want to hug you.
Yeah.
Or like, just because, I don't know, just because
your expectations weren't met in some way.
Just because William might have expressed concern to Harry about marrying Meghan doesn't mean that he's a villain.
No.
What if he expressed concern like, hey, dude, I really am looking at this from an outside perspective. Have you considered the following?
Yeah.
Then William thinks it's a private conversation. Then Harry makes it public and exasperates it.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what happened on the other side. And you have no idea. For all we know, Kate and Will have been at home bawling about this, like crying. Like this has been, you know.
That part is heartbreaking. But I mean, I don't know what you would do if you really, truly, your family was like, nope.
Well,
that would be, I mean.
I've said this to you about, you know, I've had issues maybe, and we all do, where I think, you know, it's just better to ignore it.
Yeah.
Like it's just better to, I don't care.
Yes.
Like here's my boundary.
Yep.
And that person's going to stay on the other side and then I'm done.
But energetically, I think that's the only way to play it.
Totally.
Just to keep yourself sane.
Totally. And then you just rip a glass and a half of Sauv Blanc, doom scroll till 2:30 in the morning, and then visit with your girlfriends and it'll all go away.
But honestly, I keep saying that. I love these stories. I love the gossip. I love the tea. It's so much fun. But truly, truly, are we supposed to know every single thing that's happening in the planet?
And God forbid, if my brother wrote a book about all the times I sucked all the attention away from him,
Spare.
you guys would hate me. Spare. He wasn't even spare. He was like
over there.
Yeah. He was like, is he still around? That was the name of his book. I'm sorry. I'm publicly sorry. The minute he'd have attention, I'd have like a tap shoe on and like a baton and a top hat.
Remember me?
Like it would be like his 16th birthday. He'd be driving the car for the first time and I'd like smash into it with some, what?
I couldn't help but notice the camcorder was focused over there. Could you please?
It's his birthday. I had no idea.
Did you have that with little kids? Like when you'd be doing gifts, this is in the old days. I don't think they do it anymore, where the kids had to open every gift in front of other kids, which is torture, by the way. Mm-hmm. Do it later. Take it home, send a thank you note later, but they'd have to sit there and watch.
My dad would get out the old camcorder on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
He even got a tripod once, which was really fancy.
Did it look like he worked for Carol Evan?
Yes.
Was it like?
And after Christmas, we'd have to go through and show
each
what
thing
we got.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, I was thrilled. Give me a camera, give me a spotlight,
yes.
I'm like doing a runway show. And again, my poor brother, I don't even know if he got all the way through his without me doing like the can behind him, like twirling a baton, like a cartwheel or two. Poor guy. One day when we make it big, I'm going to take our first $100.
Yes.
And I'm going to have a party for my brother and I'm not going to show up. So
you can have all.
It's the only way to guarantee that the attention's on him. I'm going to throw all my friends and family, all his friends and family. I'm going to get someone to follow him along with a spotlight.
And then Jet.
And I'm going to stay at home. For sure.
It's your special day.
Oh, that's the only way he's going to get what he's due. Only thing. Okay, we've already been talking for 30 minutes.
No, we
got to get Hannah on here. Yes.
Oh, for the love.
We talk way too much. So listen, we love you guys so much. Please don't go anywhere. Hannah Timm is coming up right after this.
Yay!
And you're not going to want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, you've been asking for her for months. Some of you accused me of lying about her. And thank heaven she's here. She is an absolute superstar, no matter what microphone or camera is on her. And she became a dear, dear friend of ours very, very quickly. It's Hannah Timm.
Yay!
Hi, gorgeous.
She's here.
Hi, guys. Oh, my gosh. I have missed you all so much. It is so good to be here. Thank you, Becky. Thank you, Erin, for the invite. I know we tried to work this out a couple months ago now, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So it's so good that our schedules were able to align and I can join you all and your listeners. I missed everyone.
Oh, you look gorgeous. Busy, busy ladies. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah. And thank you for confirming too. A few of you got very mad at me because they were very excited to hear from you, Hannah. And it was my mistake. I promised that you were coming earlier than we could work out. So I'm not a liar, you guys. She's here. Where are you actually recording from, though? Because you are a woman of the world. You've been all over the place.
Okay. Yes, I have. I've been everywhere, you guys. Let's take it back to 2025. Yes. We sold the house. We bought a house in Minneapolis. Okay.
Let's cover that when
we had bought a house
days.
in Minneapolis. Okay, so we sold the house. That happened. That's all done. We're done with that. We had our stuff in storage in Minneapolis up until a couple months ago.
Are you serious?
Well, that's right, because I saw you that weekend that you were doing the move.
Yes.
That's right.
And you were going to take my stuff, Becky.
I was ready. I was bringing
Girl
trucks.
Loves a deal. She loves a deal.
She's like, give me your thing.
So we had touched on this a little bit in our open, that when Hannah came into our former network, basically carried by cherub angels floating down from the heavens, and all of us were like, she's perfect.
Can I just interject here?
Yes.
Hannah, when we did that, because I was part of that round of interviews.
Yes.
And I had to guest everybody that came in. And it was a lot. I mean, it was a lot of people. And I was like, okay, this is really real rough. And you came on air, and I think you did a beauty product with Janae, and everybody's jaw dropped. It was like, turn it down, shut it down, send everybody home. We found our girl.
Yes.
It was so head and shoulders above everybody that we had seen. It was really, truly like,
well, and then you were nice and fun. And you guys, we're not just saying this because Hannah's with us, okay? But she is nice and fun and kind.
I'm just a truth teller.
Yeah, so she shows up and the whole building's in love with her. And the leadership at that time was pretty legit. And they were like, buy your house. You're here for the long run. We can't do this without you. So Hannah bought a house. And then about 2 weeks later.
Oh my gosh.
No, how quick was it?
Literally, it was. It was a couple
weeks.
weeks.
House. The leadership who hired you, I can say, got fired.
Well, and didn't you say, promise, cross your heart, I'm going to buy this house. Is this safe? I mean, how many times did you really say?
You guys, literally, I did. Literally. I had conversations. It wasn't just like a throw caution to the wind type of thing. Once I came out and did the in-person audition and met all of you wonderful people, I was like, yep, this just feels right. So then, and then I got there and I was having all of these conversations very early on because of, what was still kind of spiraling, or the aftermath of what had happened, a couple months before then when I did get hired. And everyone said, you're fine, you're good. I was double checking. I said, I close on my house tomorrow. Literally, I had this conversation. I am closing on my house tomorrow. Am I safe? And multiple people confirmed that I was good to go. Go get your house, girl. And here we are.
Well, we can laugh about it now.
Well, we're the lucky ones.
Yeah, we can.
We get to become friends with you. Like, are we laughing about it yet? Is it too soon?
You can laugh. You can.
For people who didn't follow your home shopping career, she was moving from Texas to Minneapolis. So then in the spring of 2025, the two of us are, we're done with the network, but we're about 2 miles from it.
Yeah.
You are now done with the network. And where have you been since Minneapolis? You've been everywhere.
Everywhere, man.
I've been many places. I've been everywhere, man. That's right. I'm like, wait, are we drinking? Is anyone else drinking? I have wine. I have water.
I need to go get some wine for the two of us. Yes, I do. We need to have some wine with you. So you've been to New York and now you're down in Texas, splitting time between Texas and Philadelphia.
Correct.
New York.
Correct. Splitting time between Philly area. So I am working on site with a couple brands. What I'm doing now is I am full-time freelancing, and I am an affiliate for some brands, and I also am a TikTok live host. So I go on the brand's channel where I will represent their line and run all of their live streams for them. Amazing. So the one brand that I work for, it's a jewelry line called Sterling Forever. They are some of the best in the whole entire world. They went viral for creating an imitation ring of Taylor Swift's engagement.
Amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I work with them. And so I'm up here to do some on-site shows with them all week. But we're going to TikTok HQ.
Where is that?
This coming week. New York City.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to be on site at TikTok HQ doing a big mega live. Myself and a former friend that used to work at QVC is going to be one of the other hosts that's going to be on the mega live. So that will be on TikTok.
Good for you.
So you have pivoted in a way that many companies have tried to try to catch this TikTok bandwagon, which is not a bandwagon. It's the place to be.
Yeah, it really is.
You have been the leader in that. You've been doing those presentations. You handled the tech. You are really the go-to lady in this area.
I do it all. I have 2 different studios in my house now. One is a fashion studio. Another one is more beauty. I work with a beauty line. I work with a handbag line. So I am literally hustling and freelancing with different brands on TikTok. And you're right. It is the future. It's where everything is going. And so I'm like, yes, I miss shopping with you guys, but I'm still shopping with you guys, just in a new way.
A new platform, a different way. We're so happy for you because it's hard to kind of pivot out of home shopping because you get in. okay, no offense, it kind of feels like a cult sometimes. You know, like where we like that was the only where to be.
Yeah.
You know, you know, there was a lot of positives to it as well. So good for you for pivoting and staying on top of like what Becky said, so many brands want to be doing. And I know I've talked with a million brands who are still trying to figure out how to get in there, and then you just jump right in.
Yeah, and handle it.
Really important question. Has Vivian followed you everywhere?
Vivian does. Yes. Okay. Vivian is currently in Austin, Texas. So we do have a place down there. Like you said, I split my time between Austin, Texas. That's where my husband's job is. Yes. So we are living in Austin, Texas, but then I still come up here to do some on-site shows, everything that we have on the East Coast, and to see my family. My family's all here as well.
Yes.
But Vivian has her own little following on TikTok now.
Vivian, just explain to everybody who Vivian is real quick.
Okay. Vivian, we'll put a picture up of her.
We'll have to put a picture right here. Mm-hmm.
Vivian is the most high maintenance girl, even more high maintenance than me, if you can believe that. She is a 5-pound Pomeranian, and she is now TikTok famous. She's gone viral. She's on all of my shows. People actually ask for her on my shows on TikTok now. So she comes in, makes a little appearance, and then goes about her business.
I mean, no offense. We all love being with you, but I used to also be like, so is Vivian coming to happy hour with us?
Exactly.
Are you bringing Vivian to set today? She is.
Like, don't even come if Vicky's not with you. Right?
She's amazing. I'm happy to hear that she's well and traveling well with you. Okay, so let's go back, because one of the questions that we always ask our guests, because for us, home shopping was second nature.
Right.
But it is, everybody seems to fall ass backwards into home shopping.
Should we ask the age-old question?
Yes.
How in the hell did you get into home shopping?
Oh my gosh. Wait, I love this. I love this story. Okay, where did it all start? It started back in, I think, 2016. At that time, I was working full-time on cruise ships. So I was in the production shows at night, but then my husband and I were also cruise directors. He was hotel manager. So we were working desk jobs during the day, and then we would go change and do our hair and makeup and go backstage, and then we would put our costumes on, and then we would be the performers at night.
You and your husband performed together on the stage? Did I know that?
We did, yeah. I don't know.
Romantic.
So wait, what kind of a work day is that? How many hours would you put in?
A long one. You ask why I got into home shopping.
So you could take a nap.
It's time to break.
Oh, so were you singing together? Like he sings the way you do?
It was a 4-person production show, smaller ships that we worked on. So he was one of the 4 performers. Now
Recording
we also did have.
Oh, sorry. 1 second.
Honey, hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's just step back 2 steps. Where were we?
In full transparency, everybody, Becky was not prepared.
No, honestly, I don't know what just happened.
No, something happened with our recording. So we were just talking about your 4-person production. It was a smaller thing. So Matt was one of the 4 performers.
Matt was one of the 4 performers. Now we did also have a duo show back in the day. So now what we do is I'm a guest step-on for cruise ships. So I'll take my Judy Garland show out on ships. But Matt and I even had a duo show that we would do some of the nights. It was just called Matt and Hannah Live. We would dance, we would sing. It was a little bit more like Sonny and Cher-esque, but people were really into it. So we've had shows together in the past. Now he has a Bobby Darin show. I have a Judy Garland show. And so we kind of work separately these days.
But for somebody who isn't familiar with this, like break it even further down. Like you stand on stage and you sing, and I've heard you sing stunning Judy Garland songs and do a full like on-stage performance.
Yeah, I do.
So do you do it? So it's a tribute to her, or do you take on the persona?
I do not. I could never take. There are Judy Garland impersonators out there. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I want to do is pay tribute to her. Yes. And so I tell her stories and I sing her songs, and we kind of go chronologically throughout her career. There were very high highs and very low lows for her. We try to keep it not too depressing, because towards the end it got bad.
Yeah.
You know, with the drugs and the alcohol and everything. So we do touch on it. Yeah, we touch on it during the show, but we don't want to bring the energy too far down. Yeah. So yes, I'm not putting on a wig and trying to look and act like her. Yes, my voice can, there's similarities in my voice when I'm singing the same songs as her, just because she's always just been such a big inspiration to me. But the show called Judy at 100 is me singing her songs and telling her story and working through her life chronologically.
So cool.
Amazing.
That is so cool. So you could do that not on a cruise ship too. You could do that in just a theater.
I can and I have. Yeah. In Austin, we did it. We did it a couple places in Austin. It won an award in Austin, got a grant and things like that. So hopefully now that I'm back in Austin, I can do more in terms of theaters as well as cruise ships.
Wait, so I know this is how you got into home shopping, but back up even further from there. You have a musical family, right? Is that how you started in the musical theater too?
Oh yeah. We were called the Von Timm Family Singers. Like
my dream.
Like the Von Trapps. Yes. That's cute. Yeah. So youngest of 4 kids, and my parents, one of their first dates was at our church choir practice.
Oh, so it's so wholesome.
It is so sweet.
Don't ever tell the kids where me and my husband met. All right.
Did you end your show with "So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, adieu, adieu"? And by the way, when we sing, Hannah, does it make your ears bleed?
Yeah.
No. Not at all. You guys are so talented. You're so wonderful. You're great. You can do no wrong.
Do we get points for excitement and energy?
Absolutely. And yes. It's the heart.
A couple deductions on tone and pitch.
Yeah, all of it. Sound. Yes.
But again, the heart behind it.
Thank you.
The feeling behind it is unmatched.
Thank you. That would be, and I'm gonna take your family tale and tell my kids that that's how their family got started.
Yes,
it's so much better than meeting at a bar during happy hour and having
drunk at happy hour. And he approached me. Okay.
So now you're overworked on a cruise ship. Having fun. I can only assume having fun.
And were you guys married at that point, or were you just dating?
We got married while we were still working full time on cruise ships. And the day after our wedding, we flew back to the boat because we had to get back to work.
There's no rest. There's absolutely no rest.
I mean, they probably would have given us time off, but at the time, like, I was fairly new. Matt wasn't working there quite yet. He started a little while after me. And so I was like, I got to go back to work because I had already taken some time off prior to the wedding. So the day after the wedding, we flew back to the cruise ship. That was like our mini honeymoon while I was working.
You know what, though? That primed you perfectly for the insanity of a home shopping schedule.
That's right.
So it really made probably home shopping feel less criminal.
Do you have any blackout dates?
Yeah. No.
Nope.
I plan to get married. Maybe, but I'll do it in the hours I'm not on air.
That's right.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. You plan to have a baby? Not while I'm on air.
That's right.
Yeah, but otherwise I'll get through it. Okay, so then you made the switch from the cruise ship into home shopping.
I did. So while I was on cruise ships, literally, I would go into like the movie theater at night if I had an audition for home shopping, whether it was as a guest, because I started as a guest, or for the hosting type of jobs, I would go up into the theater, the movie theater at night, and I would record my videos for home shopping. And I would hope that, I could get Wi-Fi the next day. I'm convinced if you can survive ship life, you can survive anything. Like I literally feel like I could do anything at this point because ship life was a whole different way of living. Mm-hmm. So while I was on the ship, I went to school for broadcast. So I knew that I always wanted to do it, but it was really because I wanted to be able to still dance while I was younger because I was a dancer too. And I was like, if the jobs are going to come in, I got a job right after college at what they call Christian Broadway, Sight and Sound Theaters. Probably some of your viewers know of that theater in Lancaster, PA. And so the jobs just were there for entertainment and for performing. And so I was like, okay, at some point I want to make this switch to broadcast. And you're right. After we got married and we were living on a ship, in a room that is the size of a walk-in closet.
Oh, man.
And my husband and I we're in bunk beds. He climbed up to the top bunk.
You got to get a little creative there.
That's so amazing.
You did have to get creative because I'm like, Nothing is happening.
All I can picture is stepbrothers right now. Hey, I forgot to ask, you like guacamole?
No power tools.
Do we just become best friends? Yeah.
No, literally. I think it got old. I'm like, we are married.
Yeah.
Sharing bunk beds. We're married sharing bunk beds on a cruise ship. Like, what is going on? So there came a point that, I knew I wanted to be a broadcaster. I knew I wanted to get into news. We grew up as a family watching Home Shopping. My mom spent way too much money on all of the Home Shopping networks.
Yes.
Oh, you have a...
Oh, for heaven's
There's a new diva on the scene.
Oh, guys, this is her spot. She's like, can you please move?
Oh my, is this Vivian's cousin?
This is Vivian's cousin. Yeah. So I'm at my sister's house right now in Westchester.
Oh,
so for everybody watching and listening, Hannah's sister is Hannah Timm, who is on air at HSN.
Yes.
And this is her sweet baby.
And what's her name again? Lulu?
This is Fifi.
Fifi. Oh, hey, Fifi, girl.
She sounds so French.
Listen, she can't be moved. If that's her seat, it's her seat.
She's like,
That's exactly
excuse
right.
me, ma'am.
Look, she's side-eyeing the camera right now.
This is where I will...
ponytail?
She does have a side pony.
Your mommy is calling you.
We love a drop-in guest, Fifi. Look at her face. She's like, excuse me.
We have to pay fees now to all these girls.
Yes.
Fifi gets a fee.
I mean,
Miss Vivian
honestly,
gets a fee.
My God, if Teddy came up, she'd be sitting in Becky's lap licking Becky. Oh, there. Do you want the hot flashes?
I'm having my hot flash.
Sorry, sometimes it gets warm in here.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Listen,
You gotta take
we
care
all
of
get
that.
warm at
All
different
these
times.
things to look forward to.
Yeah.
I gave Becky this for Christmas, and then we just keep it in the studio. Yes.
Oh my! I love that so much.
And she'll feed me grapes.
Yeah.
In a few minutes.
It's the only way Becky agrees to be my best friend.
That's the way to do it. Whatever it takes. Well, I don't even know what we were talking about.
You got married in a bunk bed, so it's time to get out.
Yes.
Right.
Our first years of
Dylan
marriage
Brennan.
was spent in bunk beds.
Yes.
But think about this, for any young couple starting out and they're in a small 1-bedroom and they're fighting over closet space, you guys are in literally like a 10 by 10 space.
Listen, we shared a house with my best friend for the first year of my marriage.
Your common law spouse.
Yeah, my common law spouse. I was kind of married to two people at once. My platonic best girlfriend.
That's right.
From growing up, and my new husband. So
We don't judge. We don't judge.
No, we all. That's what newlywed phase is about. Figuring out if you're compatible or not.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now, 10 years later, I'm like, just go have your own space.
Yes.
We've been there, done that. We've been in close quarters.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So then you were doing auditions in the movie theater, and then
in the movie theater on the cruise ships. And so that's kind of when all of this transpired. So I got through every round until the last one where they take you to New York for the QVC host auditions.
And that's back when they would interview 10,000 people, right? And
yes.
literally bring it
2018, 2017, 2018, I think it was.
10,000. Yes.
So did all of the call, because you guys, it's a grueling process.
Yes. Yes.
And it's round after round after round.
It's like months. It's mind games. It's like, am I going to hear something? It was a lot, but I'm so glad that I did it, because I would have never been able to launch into Home Shopping had I not.
Right.
So it's definitely one of those lessons in like trusting yourself and trusting your abilities and being confident and just putting yourself out there. So very, very thankful that I did that. And so, yeah, it ended with they flew us to New York for the QVC host callbacks all of those years ago. I didn't get the job, but the casting director at the time said, hey, I think you would be a really great guest. So let me get you hooked up to get into the guest pool. And so even for the guest pool, there were a couple rounds of auditions. I had to go on site. I had to present some different products. They record that. They put it into like your database, your profile that they have for the guest system at QVC. And I was on a cruise ship, and I got a call the one night. Now I'm in the guest pool, didn't get the QVC host job. And I got a call the one night from the Slatkin team, Harry Slatkin, Laura Slatkin.
Yes.
They have some of the best fine fragrance and home fragrances. I have them all over my house still. I still shop them. So that was actually how I got into home shopping. It originally through the QVC host auditions, and then I got into the guest pool, and one of the best brands picked me. And I'm like, this was the coolest experience of my entire life. Loved it.
Oh, I love that.
And so in those days, like how many hours would you, when you had a rotation, when you had a, what would it be? Not a Today's Top Value. What was it? TSV? What would you call it?
Special.
I can't remember. They have a million different names. Everybody at home is like, TSV.
The number one item of the day that needs to sell for the company to be successful.
That's right.
That's what I would call it. Yes.
Keep rowing the boat. Keep us afloat.
Yes.
So what would a typical rotation be for you if you had a big product?
Oh my gosh. It was a 24-hour schedule that they would give you, and you would have different hits. Now, I was Harry's backup. So Harry would be on first, and then I would do like the QVC 2 hits, or I would do the in the middle of the night hits. Yeah. But it was if you had like the value of the day, you would basically have like a programming schedule that would be for 24 hours straight, where your brand would have different hits. And then of course the brand and the vendor reps would kind of go through and distribute, okay, Harry's going to be on all of these earrings, and then Hannah's going to be on QVC 2, and then the overnight hits so Harry can go home and sleep. And it was fun. It was really exciting. I've spent, I slept outside, the QVC studios or in a green room many times doing that back in the day. And it was honestly the coolest experience ever. Even just to see like the celebrities walk down the hall. Oh, hey, there's Rachel Ray. Oh, hey, there's RuPaul. There's Martha Stewart. Like really cool times,
Were you ever there when Joan Rivers was there?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not. I think she was still
there, but just not maybe in passing with you or something.
Yeah, I never saw her. I never saw her myself.
It is a funny thing in home shopping, because I think a lot of people who weren't familiar with home shopping think it was like this archaic kind of only certain people were in home shopping. But once you, especially, because this would happen to us, when you become a guest and you see the people that walk through that building.
Unreal.
You understand, this is a major machine, because there is no way people like you just named, or even the people we got to work with, or,
Lisa Rinna. I mean, everybody everybody has been part of the action.
Yeah. Like, they're running a big machine if people are taking time out of their day to come make money there. Right?
Yeah. It was honestly every single time I walked into the building at QVC, I was like, this is just such a blessing. This is the coolest experience of my life. I had, a green room right next to the Property Brothers the one day, and I was like, what is my life? How is this possible?
Could you tell them apart?
No, never.
They are so cute.
Yes. So
I don't know.
So then while you were at Shop HQ, did Shop LC scoop you up to be a host? Is that what happened? Was that the direct flight?
No, pandemic happened. Happened. And, everyone was saying early on, your jobs aren't going to be affected. But, and they weren't. I still had a job. But what happened was the airings were from home, right? We all had to have our home studios, and they did kind of fall off because everyone was scared. The brands were scared, and I get that. From a business perspective, everyone had to do what they had to do to survive during that time. So I wasn't getting as many hits as I was used to, right? When I was going into the studio, and because we were remote, it opened up the opportunity for Harry to be available more often as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So that was one of the reasons why I went into news broadcasting instead.
That's right. We forgot.
So that happened next, because I was just like, okay, with the uncertainty of the world, and even at QVC and everything, loved it. I loved my time there, would go back in a second if I had the opportunity to go back. But at that time, like, everyone was just doing what they needed to do to survive. And so I said, what isn't going away right now? And of course, I was freelance. I was freelance at QVC. So I was like, how can I get into something that's going to be a little bit more of a guaranteed a type of financial situation? And so I said, hey, news isn't going anywhere right now.
Especially then. Yeah.
So I became the evening news anchor in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Heck yeah, you did.
And what were you wearing on air?
Well, that's creepy question.
No, what are you wearing, Hannah? No. I remember when we worked together and you were ordering a very special brand that's near and dear to all of our hearts. Yes. Kate Mallory.
I was wearing, oh my gosh, what was the name of it?
Kate Mallory.
Yes.
I'm the worst former TV host ever. I'm like, yeah, what brand was that?
Would be good for that. Yeah. Colorful.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Stretchy.
Yes.
Good for you.
So even before.
Quite the collection of Kate and Mallory, Scott Bauer.
Mark
what was
Bauer.
it called?
Mark
Bauer.
Yes.
Mark Bauer. Mark Bauer and Kate and Mallory. I had a lot of their jackets for news anchors.
Good for you.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh, you would make such a great news anchor. I bet you were just so good at it.
It was fun. It was a grind because oh my gosh, the news is a grind. You know, I was producing the 11 o'clock newscast and anchoring it for myself. I was on the 5 o'clock evening news, the 6 o'clock evening news, the 10 o'clock evening news, and the 11 o'clock news. And then I also produced for one of them. So I had to get all of the news clips. I had to write the scripts. I had to print the rundowns. I had to, voice the cold opens. Like, it was a grind, but like, again, I'm just so grateful for every single opportunity that I've had in broadcast and live entertainment, because there are so many transferable skills, which at some point, maybe one day, like I'll do like a masterclass or a book or something on like, hey, if you have the skills, you can transfer those to any other corner of the entertainment broadcasting industry. I call it live entertainment. What we do with broadcast or on stage, you are able to pivot into any other direction because you already have the skills.
Yeah. She's a hard worker too.
No,
let's add that. Let's chapter 1 is we're about to work our butts off.
I'm a hustler, baby.
We are.
Yes.
Just want you to know. No, it's so true what you say. And I think the reason you've done so well and you were so well received everywhere you went is because A, you were grateful for it. And B, you hustled for it. Because what I often see, and no offense to everybody, is I often see, especially this newer generation, which exactly tells you I'm getting old because I'm talking about the young kids, but this desire to have it all without the work ethic.
Yeah.
And or constantly complaining about what they don't have. And I think, Hannah, especially being younger than us, I think you're one of the last of the younger generation to really hustle for it and learn from it.
Yeah.
And be grateful for it, because then you do end in a position where you're a more versatile person.
Right.
Employee.
Right. Totally. I have always said that, Erin and Becky. I've always said, I want to work for everything that I get. I had really, really great mentors. My dance teacher growing up was one of them that instilled this very, very work hard, work for everything that you get type of work ethic. And I think that I have carried that throughout my career, where the hustle never ends, you guys. Yeah. I wish I could sit back, relax, and feel comfortable with the jobs that I have, but the reality is you can't, no matter where you are.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the same way. I always had another iron on the fire. Like, I like the idea of having a few things cooking.
Like another boyfriend in the back pocket, but this one's more ethical.
That's right.
Like, always one other thing. Always one other thing. So then you end up at Shop LC. Then we get you up at Shop HQ. And we were so thrilled. You were the last official host hire, to my knowledge, correct? Before the company, actually, to be quite honest, I'll go on record saying this, you're the last good decision they made.
Because everybody got fired. The smart decision makers.
You were the last good decision that was made. And then the smart decision makers, I think, started making really poor decisions.
Well, they got fired.
The smart decision makers got let go or went their separate ways. Yeah. And then what we perceive as poor decision making, and the proof would probably say we're right.
So I would be curious, in that time when you first got there, Hannah, you were like, this is home. This feels good. I like this city. I'm excited about these people. When you first got there, did you have a sense that things were not quite right? Or did you think you had your rose colored glasses on and you were like, I'm going to make this happen, Captain?
Yeah, I did. I have a very strong faith, and I prayed about it a lot because it was a move across the country from a very stable job in Austin at Shop LC. And I was like, I had known about Shop HQ for a very long time, you guys, and I had loved watching each and every one of you for years. But to me, I was like, I don't know if I could ever move up to Minneapolis because it's just, the climate is different. The winters are tough, all of that stuff. But when the offer came, from the leadership team that was in place at the time, I'm telling you, like, all of the lights were green. Yeah, all of the lights were green. When I came out there for the in-person audition, Allie Krings was the first person I met, and she was oh my gosh, she was the most welcoming person I had ever met in my entire life. I was like, that like it's not like this out there, right? Like at any other network that you're about to walk in the door for, you can smell the competition before you walk in the door. You can smell like the competitive vibes even before you walk in. Shop HQ, I have loved every single network I have worked at, literally QVC, HSN, Shop LC. I have had great experiences at each and every one, but Shop HQ, there was something so different about it. And I get chills even talking about it to this day. There was something so different there. The energy was different. It was camaraderie, not competitiveness. The hosts were welcoming me with open arms. And so after I prayed about it and I got the clarity, I was like, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do. So I got there, and yes, Becky, like when I first started, I was like, no, I felt like I had checked all the boxes. I had the right conversations with all of the people to make sure that it was safe after what had happened the year prior, the new ownership and everything. And everyone had said, prior to me coming there, we're in a really great place because we have new ownership. He is very motivated to keep the network running. And so I did kind of have the rose colored glasses on for a while.
As
and
well
it was,
you should.
I'm actually happy you did, because there's always these magical times in home shopping that like everybody should be able to experience.
Yes.
And you shot out like a cannon right when you got there. Yeah. And I'm happy that you had that so that it wasn't all
gloom and doom,
or just not really understanding what was going to happen next. So I'm happy you had that when you got there. Do you have favorite memories or bloopers or anything? I don't remember you ever messing up, so that's a shot to my ego.
I'm sure. I'm sure I
favorite
do.
Memories or moments from any time in home shopping.
Honestly, some of my favorite shows were with Becky.
Yeah,
I mean. Truly, some of the most fun, off the cuff, in the moment, in our girl zone. Yes. I mean, I know that's why you guys are best friends, because it was the energy and the chemistry and just the things that just roll off the tongue with you guys. Those fashion shows were some of my favorite moments, because honestly, you just never know what's going to happen. And I say this to this day, listen, I have embarrassed myself on national TV in front of millions of people every single day of my life. So like the bloopers are just kind of part of it now.
It's so true.
I'm like, oh, yeah, if a blooper ever shows up, I'm like, yeah, that happened. And it's just like, not a big deal anymore, because I know that I have had so many mess ups on live television. I know I've thrown things, I've dropped, food on the floor and all of that. But man, I do think some of my favorite memories were my fashion shows with Becky Wright.
That's right, girl.
They were so fun.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing. We are playing dress up and we're having fun, and it made for such good TV, such a good hang. Amy Poehler.
Yeah.
That's what we were having. We were just having a good hang.
And I do feel like sometimes I didn't even know I had a blooper until somebody said, oh God, that was embarrassing. I'm like, oh, it was. Didn't even know it.
Didn't occur to me ever say.
What? It was. I'm like, oh, I didn't know my underpants were showing at that tight shot on my butt. Or, oh, I didn't know I had food on my face because I was sneaking snacks while the guest was talking. I didn't know that was a blooper until somebody told me about it. Well, I think that we are also God girls, and I think everything happens for a reason. And I honestly think you're the last great decision that was made at that network.
Yes.
And you were there to probably hype a bunch of us up, because I think we could start to feel it. We were hopeful when you got there that it was changing, but it was nice to have somebody like you there where I felt like I want to make this special for her. I want to make sure she knows that it's a great place to be.
Yeah.
So I hope, none of us were trying to lie to you that it was stable, but I think that was like the little hope that we had. And you know what? It was a bright spot in the last few years.
Oh,
for sure.
And it's true about you and Allie together. I mean, you kind of came away, you got best friends out of it. You got relationships. I mean, having to make the decision to move like you did, so really what was the timeline from the time you got there?
Well, only a year and a half.
Yeah. I think we got our notice. What was it? December of 2025 and 2024. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. December of 2024. And I started end of March, early April.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So it was a year basically.
Honey, yeah.
And then
it was fast.
And Hannah chose to walk the way we did not choose to engage
Correct.
in the contract that we talked about, where they said, if you want to stay on, you can sign this contract. And Hannah and I were two of the hosts who said, no, thank you. That contract.
Yeah. And I remember Hannah did, and I don't want to go too far in the weeds, but I remember showing it to a lawyer, and I think you did the same thing. And they were like, run, don't walk. Like, when you get legal advice that's like, save yourself, you like, it's
like throwing you a life vest.
It's not like we were just being, crazy ladies on our own. Like, every professional in your life is looking at it going,
you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You have to protect yourself.
This industry teaches you how to read contracts, how to understand them. We could do a whole other podcast on host tell all, for contracts and things that were asked of you in contracts. Like seriously. So I got good after a couple bad experiences about understanding contracts, not signing your name to things that do not make sense for you. Everyone has to do what's right for them, And so I totally understand a business asking certain things of you, but as the talent and the person who's signing my name to that, even though some people might say, oh, well, they'll never enforce that. True story, things that I heard. You sign your name to it, and they can.
Yes,
totally.
And in my experience, they have enforced it.
And you know what happened when I said, oh, it just takes a couple line items. We can just cross out this one, and then we're good to go. And they were like, thank you for your time.
Get the heck out of here, lady.
Right.
And don't you come back no more. No more. Well, so now that... it blipped when you were clapping. It looked like you were at like a discotheque. So Hannah, what's your outlook now? Because we've said for the past year and a half, we think home shopping hosts that way preceded us are the original influencers and content creators.
Absolutely.
Totally.
And now that you're in the TikTok space, how do you see what's your outlook on all of that? What's your outlook on the differences and the similarities and what TikTok might be missing versus how home shopping can help?
Yeah, it's totally different. It's a completely different world. TikTok is not quite as glamorous as TV and home shopping is or was, because home shopping has even changed in the last couple of years in many ways. But TikTok is really exciting. It's really, really fun. I love it for a few reasons that are different from home shopping. And the one major difference that I have noticed and have come to love, it's kind of a good and a bad in some ways, but you are literally having a direct conversation with your people in the chat. And yes, I have said home shopping is this unwritten language that you're speaking with your customers. You're not actually communicating with them back and forth like they're typing to you like on TikTok, but we are trained to read them.
Yeah.
Right. And to know what they're saying, and to know what they're interested in, and to know what's going to make them pick up the phone and call. Right. TikTok, they're just going to tell you, you know? And so it's good and bad. It's good and bad. You know, there's some people will keep you in line on TikTok, which it does humble you. But TikTok, I really enjoy it because I do have one-on-one conversations where if I'm working with a fashion line, I am getting their size for them live. They're telling me, oh, for this bra brand, I have such and such cup size, but such and such band, and I have trouble, you know, kind of finding a size that works for me. And we get to actually troubleshoot in that moment together to say, this is going to be the best solution for you. Or with a beauty line that I'm working for, these are my specific concerns. How would you tailor my everyday skincare routine for my type of skin? Wow. And so I love that difference because there was always that like third degree of separation in home shopping where, yes, we understood you, but our customers and our friends at home, I call them, always had to take that next step to communicate with us on our social media after the show. Yeah. Right. Or if it was a live stream that was, you know, broadcasted to our pages, we would have to go back in and see what people are saying if they wanted to directly communicate with us. After the fact. On TikTok, it's right there during that moment. So that has been the biggest change and difference, but also like one of the coolest things about working these TikTok shows for me, where you get to have direct access to your hosts. I do think that we can learn a lot from each other's businesses, though. I don't think one is perfect and the other, I don't think either one of them are perfect. I think there are some obviously big differences between home shopping and TikTok, but I think that, it's been really fun to learn and see how different like the age of influencers is versus like the age of broadcasters and home shopping hosts. Right. What I have tried to do is marry the two because I am sort of the age of people who are shopping on TikTok, and a lot of it is similar where you have to tell your customers at home why they want this. It's features, it's benefits, it's CTAs, it's all of those things that we have been trained to do, right? But you also have to be entertaining because in the world of TikTok, I think it can get a little droney. I think it can get a little boring. You have to bring your personality. You have to be authentic. You have to be engaging and entertaining. Otherwise, it's very simple for them to just go bloop, just like on the TV where they can click. So I have really enjoyed it. I've learned a lot from other influencers. I've learned what to do, what not to do in a lot of different ways. But I have used the training from people like you guys that have been in the home shopping industry for over a decade, well over a decade. And of course, you know, training from the OGs in the industry that really have helped me hone my skills. That now, yes, it's a different platform. It's scary. It's scary the first couple of times you do it because you feel more exposed somehow than you do on live TV. What I say, you don't have the crutches of live TV.
Yeah. So is it just you? Do you have anybody on your side? Like we used to have producer, director, visual, you know,
guest, host. Yeah. My high school friends, she was the guest, I was the host.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
My high school friends think Becky is a one-man show, and they have no idea that I am also part of it. But anyway, neither here nor there. I'm not bitter about it. No.
But are you setting up all the product, and you're setting up the camera, and you're doing all the things?
It depends on the brand.
Okay.
It depends on the brand. Some brands, I have a moderator and closer to what would be like a visual stylist. Those are the ones that are typically on site with me, where I would go into a studio. So it depends on the brand if they want you to be on site. A lot of the times you will have a moderator, somebody who's working the flash deals, pinning the items for you. But I also have multiple brands that I work with remotely. So I have studios in my house now, and I am in charge of everything for those remote shows. Woo! Where I have to run the flash deals, I got to pin the products, I have to do all of the tech behind the scenes. I have a camera here, I have a computer here, I've got a monitor here, I've got my iPad to show before and afters. And so that is definitely a learning curve.
Wow.
That has taken some time to really kind of get into my groove. And I'm not fully in my groove either. You know, I'm still learning as well. But yeah, it's a lot of work if you are working for a brand where it's remote. But I have loved it because I get to work from my house. You know, Vivian gets to come on my show.
Right. That's most important.
I really think I think that the industry is changing so much that you kind of have to learn how to do the tech side too, if you to be able to move into, you know, the TikTok live selling and social selling. So I'm really thankful that these opportunities have pushed me to learn the tech and the setup and doing everything for myself.
Wow.
As you were just talking, I just blacked out because I'm like, oh God, Becky and I are not meant for TikTok. We are thrilled that we've got 2 lights on our faces so that my wrinkles don't show.
We're really excited.
And that we just help her beautiful glow.
Baby steps. It's baby steps for you guys.
We have 2 box lights, and that's about as far as we've got. But
we consider that high tech.
We're the last of a generation that didn't have to use technology. Okay. I feel like if you're somebody who talked to your boyfriend on a landline, you cannot be expected to work in technology.
If you would get your calls on a beeper to return that phone
well,
call.
then you are also rich, but that's neither here nor there.
It is so impressive though, honey. I know I know it's so like it's second nature to you and you just pivot and you did it, but it really is.
We've always been so impressed by you, Lovey.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. You know, I say fortunately and unfortunately, in this industry, you constantly have to be ready to reinvent yourself. And I've done it a lot of times. I'm always up to the challenge. I mean, I would like to be able to relax at some point, but this industry has kept me on my toes. And I'm really grateful for every single experience because I don't know. I love it all. Yeah. I love all things live entertainment. I have always said that because it's the thrill of the unknown. It's the thrill of being in the moment and just never knowing what's going to happen, but trusting yourself.
And you've got that joy though. I mean, that's really what comes through.
That contagious joy.
It's really fun.
But it's also really good. I think this lesson that you're teaching us right now just isn't just live shopping or live entertainment. I think it's good for life. I mean, especially, you know, Becky and I and so many of the viewers that we've been friends with now for over a decade. When you start getting into your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, it is a constant reinvention of who you are in your career or otherwise. And I mean, I promised the world I wouldn't be obsessive about it, but you know, dropping Will off at college last week, like I'm not fully reinventing myself, but to your point, be grateful that I had him home for 18 years. And now what does my life look like without him? Yeah. I think we can learn a lot from your experience in this world and how you have to apply it to everyday life as well.
That evolution.
And if you aren't grateful, I think it is harder to evolve because you're hanging on to the past.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Agreed.
Oh yeah. Listen, I would be lying if I told you that I still wasn't grieving the loss of our jobs, right?
Yeah.
But I think that has also helped me. That's kind of helped fuel my fire for knowing that I want to continue somehow in this industry while this industry continues to evolve, because we could never replicate what we had there. Jen, Vic, and I have had this conversation. You can't replicate what we had there, but what we can take are the good times, the experiences, the skills, and just reapply that in new ways, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to try to bring more skill to this podcast, okay?
I mean, what else you got, Erin? Let's see a hot kick.
Hannah, between Becky and I, we don't know who the boss is and who the boss isn't. And
I've tried to call HR. They ignore my calls frequently.
Neither one of us are big on timeliness. So we've got ourselves in a pickle a few times.
You guys seem like you're doing pretty good for yourselves.
Thank you, Hannah.
No, we're having so much fun.
To your point, we're having a blast. We're grateful for what we had. Yeah. We're so grateful that we have so many friends like you who are willing to still not just be our friends, but be on the podcast with us.
Honestly, that's the best thing that came out of it.
And,
it really
and
is.
all the viewers who have listened and stayed with us.
Yeah.
That's also been wonderful. So Hannah, We could talk for hours. Remember, I told you we try to take it 30 to 40 minutes. We're already at 52 minutes. So,
oh my gosh.
I know.
It goes too fast.
I've been getting in trouble for talking since 4th grade. But anyway, how can people follow along with you, stay in touch with you? Because it is our viewers and listeners too that have become part of this community and who went through the crap with all of us. So what's the best way to stay in touch with you?
Yes, I am Hannah Timm Official, HANNAHTIMM.
2 M's.
Official, 2 M's, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you have it, go to TikTok, follow me. I would love your follow and friendship on TikTok as well. But yeah, Hannah Timm Official on every single social media platform.
And if you do end up doing a live show on a cruise ship or a theater, and we have a national audience.
Yeah. Tell us where you are.
So you would post that on your social medias, right? So people can come watch you?
Okay. Yes. And right now I'm working on a Christmas EP, which I'm so excited for.
That's exciting.
So I'm taking you guys all behind the scenes. It's original Christmas music and covers for this Christmas EP. So that's my big project. That's like my baby. I've wanted to release some Christmas music for a while. And so I'm really excited that that's happening. So I'm posting all of the behind the scenes, the whole entire process on my social media. I would love your support if you guys want to come and follow me for that.
Are we going to be able to buy this? And
it's going to be on Spotify,
but
everywhere. Yep. Streaming. This Christmas.
Hustler, baby. Look at her. We've got to get our act together. If she can do a Christmas CD, we've got to get our act together.
So wait,
oh my gosh, let's do like a live show where I sing my Christmas songs and then you guys just come on.
Do it. No,
Just get out there with a tambourine.
I'm just going to do like
a triangle.
Step, boom, step, boom, boom, step.
Listen, you put a tambourine in your hands and I know it'll just be magic.
Wait a darn minute. Will you do a little Anne Margaret for the people? Will you looking up? It's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite. If you guys miss Anne Margaret, she's right here, y'all. She's right
look at her. Oh my gosh, we need a full... Becky and I have on our vision board that we're going to do a live tour sometime. And then when we do a live tour, please be part of it.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Please. That would be amazing.
Unfinished business with the live tour that I pitched to every leadership team from Wake Up in Style. It's unfinished business. And now I believe that God didn't let our former network have that because he wanted us to have it.
Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
So promise.
Exactly.
A little
recorded.
Liza.
Yes, it's recorded. You're going to be part of it in the live show.
We're putting it out there.
Yes.
Honored.
Well, we're honored. I'm bullying you into it right now.
You bring the talent and skills. We're just going to...
You guys have to. Please take this show on the road. I'm manifesting it right now. You're taking the show on the road. You're going to do a So Happy You're Here tour.
Thank you.
And they're all going to come to a city near you guys.
I love it.
With Vivian at the helm. Vivian
will be in her stroller.
For no reason. We'll just have Vivian as our logo everywhere.
Or, maybe as we switch scenes, then she'll just come through.
She'll just walk through like
a card girl at a boxing match. She'll just come through.
Like Sophie Cunningham holding up the number 1. We'll just have Vivian walk through in between acts. She's got a lot of chutzpah. Yes.
She does. She will make it. She will make the show.
Oh, we adore you, Hannah. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yes.
Please tell us that you'll come back and visit. Maybe
after,
I
would love to.
You know what? Why don't you come back after your Christmas album is complete? And so we can talk about that, show everybody how to download it on Spotify.
Let's do that.
Let's do a little holiday spectacular.
Preview. This is exciting. Hold on.
Holiday spectacular. We'll do our sweaty balls impersonation.
Move over Star Wars Christmas.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll show everybody the meat feet that you debuted at the last Christmas party. We'll bring in actual sophisticated talent like Hannah.
Well, we've got to balance it out.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, you had me at sweaty balls, okay?
We'll do our own version of it. And Margaret might be there with her holiday spectacular. I love you.
Honestly.
We adore you. You know what, Hannah? We can't be mad about what happened because we got you out of it, girl. We love you.
I know. I know I have said that, I thought I was coming to Minneapolis for a job, but it was really the people that I was supposed to be there for. So
I love that. We love you so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Friends, we'll also put all of the contact information to follow Hannah. Don't forget Timm is with 2 M's in all of the show notes. So please like and share this interview. Tell everybody where to follow Hannah. And we just adore you, Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, you guys, and to everyone at home. I miss you. Thank you for your follow and your friendship for all of these years. It's just been so wonderful. Erin and Becky, you guys are the best. This has made my day. Thank you.
We love you. Bye, everybody. Bye, Hannah.